Hello, my loves. Welcome to a new Pick a Card reading. Today, we're going to get you clarity on, does your specific person, twin flame, soulmate, miss you? So there's two ways in which they can miss you. One is emotionally, right? Because there might be an emotional challenge between the two of you. It doesn't have to be that you are separated at this time, although it could be, right? Sometimes we are physically separated. Sometimes we're just going through some emotional difficulties where there might be emotional distance. You could have little contact, you could have no contact. So all of it is relevant. Take it as it resonates for your journey, but it's more about this idea of they are missing what was in the connection, and how do they truly think and feel about what is going on currently between the two of you. So if you're new to this channel, I am Dr. V. It is my absolute passion and purpose to be doing these readings for you. I want to give a warm welcome to all of the new subscribers, as well as to everyone who's already part of this family. You know how much I love and cherish you. Thank you so much for being here. So as always, I always have 3 groups for you, and many ways from which you can choose your group. So you can choose from number 1, number 2, number 3, or you can take them all and take the messages that resonate. I will be showing you the image on each card, also the crystal with each card, and then we'll also be assigning zodiac signs to each group. Some people like to choose their zodiac sign and their persons and combine those readings. Be gentle with yourself. There is no right or wrong answer here, but if you want clarity on your specific situation, and you are tired of general readings because, right, these are general messages, then that happens in a private reading. That's where we go in deep on what's going on between you and your person. We look at the connection and the questions that are weighing on you so you can understand what's really going on and what to do next. So I offer 2 types of readings. One is the live reading experience, which I think is the most powerful one, where we get on a video call. I get to see your beautiful face, and Spirit can answer all of your questions right there in real time. We can also video record that so you have it indefinitely. The other option is pre-recorded video readings. So if you go to livetarot.com/readings, you can see my entire menu right there. And for those of you who do love to pull oracle cards at home, I've created 2 decks. The Twin Flame Oracle, my love deck, which I use in every reading. Divine Feminine Entrepreneur is the business and money and career oracle. These are available for so cheap. They're like 15 bucks, free shipping at Amazon FBA. All of the links are in the box below. So let's take a deep breath and see which of these you feel most guided towards. So for group number 1, we have this image right here and this crystal right here. For group number 2, we have this image and this crystal right here. For group number 3, we have this image and this crystal right here. Let's go ahead and assign zodiac signs. Group number 1, we have Leo, Cancer, Virgo, and Pisces. For group number 2, we have Capricorn, Aquarius, Aries, and Scorpio. For group number 3, we have Libra, Gemini, Sagittarius, and Taurus. Okay, so go ahead and make your choice and we'll get started with group number 1. My beautiful group number 1 that chose this image right here, as well as this crystal, Leo, Cancer, Virgo, and Pisces. Let's see. Do they miss you? Okay, this is whether you are in little to no contact, whether you are together but things feel emotionally distant. How do they really feel? So we'll start with oracle cards. Then we will do your tarot. And stay with me until the end because we will be finding out who is your animal spirit guide for this reading. Whoop. Wow, that just like flew out. Yeah, I'm not feeling those because I didn't even start to shuffle. So yes, who is your animal spirit guide and what is their message for you? Purity. High honor. Perspective. Better off, happiness, clear headspace. The union of hearts. There is a connection of love that defies explanation. Okay. So do they miss you, whether you are physically separated, emotionally separated, little to no contact? I feel like yes, absolutely they miss you. We have the union of hearts right here. Okay. Now what's going on in this person's energy though towards you in this connection is they feel like something has happened here that muddied the water. Okay, I'm getting the phrase from Spirit, muddy the water, which I feel like has to do with some sort of a situation that came about that caused some sort of a rift or some sort of an argument, discussion, disagreement where this person felt like they lost your respect, or they felt criticized in some way or judged in some way, even if you did not intend that. So I feel like this person definitely has a lot of pride, okay? They really want to feel honorable. They have a self-image that they wish to uphold of being a good person in the world. And so while that is a good thing, it could be a double-edged sword with this particular person because I feel like they protect their image of being the good one or the good person. They don't want to be a villain, or they don't want to be perceived as, you know, somebody who is prideful, or somebody who tries to protect their ego, or somebody who can't take criticism very well. But that is the truth. They cannot take criticism very well because it attacks their self-image. And they have a strong self-image of wanting to never be the bad guy or the bad girl or the bad person. So that's something that you, I think, group 1 have to be aware of, you know. They have a really deep sense of, I want to be honorable, I want to be respected. And then if they feel that your respect is diminishing or going down, then it starts to make them feel very destabilized. This person really does care about the purity of this relationship. They feel that you have a very pure heart. They feel that you have very good intentions, because I feel like this person is also very hyper vigilant and hyper aware of people with bad intentions or people who have an agenda. Okay, they're very big on wanting to be with someone who makes them feel like their heart is pure, you know, like somebody who is not, who doesn't have like a list of desires, who is not demanding something from them. I feel like this person is not very good with dealing with emotional or physical demands. I'm getting the word skittish. They're skittish about that. So one of the things that they really miss right now, especially if you guys are silent or you guys have been through some difficult challenges, they miss your purity. That is something they feel is irreplaceable. Okay, they feel like they will never meet really anybody else who will have the level of a pure heart that you have, group one. And that's extremely important to this person. They really do believe in your goodness. And that's really beautiful. They do believe deeply that you are a pure-hearted, really good person, that you're not somebody who is replaceable. But there might have been something in this connection that kind of touched a nerve in them, you know? But they do not. They do miss you very deeply. They want to reconnect, but they do not feel that they would be better off without you, okay? They do not feel that their life would be better without you in it. They absolutely do not feel that. They feel the absence, they feel the sadness. If you have, reduced contact, or if you're not talking to them as much, they definitely feel it. They're feeling the gap between what it feels like to have your warmth, your humor, your purity, your goodness in their life, your support. They feel that you are a very supportive person. They also feel that they miss you very deeply because you genuinely wanted the best for them. Again, I feel like this person is not used to that. I feel like this person has had a history of people around them wanting things from them, expecting things from them, or, only behaving when they got what they wanted. They feel like you are not like that. Like you genuinely love them for who they are, and you're not really asking anything of them. You're not in it for something. And they see that, and that's really important to them. And so if something has happened here where there's been a miscommunication, a misunderstanding, a disagreement on something, they do genuinely and deeply miss your perspective. They miss, hearing your thoughts, your ideas, who you are, like what you believe. That was important to them. And that's why there's a beautiful connection here that defies explanation. You are very special to this person. Very special. Go deeper. What else? Do they miss you? Yes, they do. But what are they thinking and feeling as they miss you? High Priestess, see? That makes sense. The Hanged Man. Eight of Pentacles. The Magician. We're getting a lot of major arcana here. Four of Pentacles. Okay. A lot of major arcana, spiritual lessons that are very grounded in reality, right? Because we're getting major arcana and Pentacles energy. So I feel like this person, through this connection, through them missing you, maybe not having full access to you at this time, maybe for some of you, you may have removed access to yourself from this person, at least temporarily. You may have stepped back, they may have stepped back, or maybe mutually you guys step back because things got heated or intense. So this person is trying to ground themselves again. See, with this Eight of Pentacles, I just feel like they know that there are certain parts of themselves that they need to work on. Okay, this is the energy of like needing to work on something and putting your head down and really focusing on it. Not pretending it doesn't exist, not trying to put it under the rug, not trying to ignore what needs to happen for this relationship to get back online. I feel like it's all about like getting this relationship or this connection back to where it's in a good place. Okay, so this person realizes that this is not going to be one of those things where it's just like an easy out. Like, oh, I can just casually say, hey, what's up? Like send a casual text and try to like, get back in casually to communication. I think they realize that no, like this is going to require, true commitment, dedication, because I feel like with this hangman, there's something in this person's life experience or the way that they are showing up in the connection or the way they used to show up in the connection that always felt kind of neither here nor there. Either they couldn't fully commit, they couldn't fully move forward, they couldn't fully take action. You always feel like they're like suspended between two things. As much as they love you, as much as they cherish you, there was some sense of being hanging around, not fully moving forward, but not fully moving back. And they know that that cannot last. That they're going to have to decide what needs to be done and actually work on doing it. So while they have been missing you, or while you may have kind of pulled back, or you're giving each other space to figure out what is it that you truly want from this connection. How do you want this connection to be? And I think this person, they miss you deeply because they feel very seen by you. They feel like you have a very deep understanding of who they really are. And they might hide kind of like who they really are from the world more. I feel like this person doesn't quickly open up, and they opened up very deeply to you. They let you see parts of them that they have not shown to other people in a very long time. So there's this deep sense of, I really miss how deeply and authentically you see me. I miss being known by you in a deep way because I'm so not used to that. I'm used to superficial relationships. I never really show myself. But when I do show myself, it's deep. And you have seen parts of me that I really wanted to show you, because I feel that comfort with you. I feel the purity of your heart. And that's why they see you as a high priestess energy, like somebody who deeply understands, somebody who is deeply intuitive, empathic, and deeply understands them. And so they know that they are the ones who are stuck somewhere and they need to move forward because they feel a deep attachment to you. Four of Pentacles, they have not let go of you. Okay, they have not let go. They're very deeply attached to you. And they do know that in order to have you back in their life fully, they're going to have to develop some relationship skills, okay? Communication skills, skills on working on themselves to be able to fully show up for you in a way that is real, that is, emotionally good for you. What else are they feeling and thinking as they are missing you, Group 1? And who is your spirit animal guide for this reading, and what is their message for you? Release. See, loosen your hold, relax, unwind, release fear, anxiety, and doubt. Observe, watching from a distance. Ego. See, pride, jealousy, self-preservation. Movement towards you. Okay, so see, like this person, they know that maybe certain things in their life have kept them back. Again, that's where this hangman's energy is coming from, have kept them back from fully coming towards you, and they need to release what those things are. Okay, because this person, they do want to come towards you. You can take this travel energy like kind of like the Chariot's energy of movement forward, momentum forward. But also if you're in a long distance relationship, you can also see it as them wanting to physically travel towards you. But this person knows that there are certain things that are holding them back that they need to release, right, in order to come towards you. And part of that has to do with the ego. And see, that goes back to this High Honor card. Like I said from the beginning, it's a full circle moment. This person has an image issue, like they really protect their pride, their ego, and their self-image of themselves as someone who is very, very good and, you know, means well, even if they make mistakes, even if they have not been fully committing to you, even if they have not shown up for you, they don't want to see themselves as the villain of this story. So they protect that ego, they protect their pride. And unfortunately, sometimes it feels like they protect it over protecting the connection. And for some of you, that's why right now there might be a silence or some sort of emotional or physical separation, because they miss you, but they are preserving their ego, unfortunately, their identity, instead of preserving the connection, the bond between the two of you. And that's why right now they might be observing you from afar, trying to figure out what is their next move. Okay. So if this resonates and you would like to know in your situation, what is this person's next move? What are they specifically thinking and feeling? What will they do next? And what can you do in this situation? What is the best action for you to take? Then I highly recommend that you have the live or the video recorded reading with me. The link is in the box below, and your animal spirit guide is the dolphin spirit, and their message for you: this and that are true. This and that are true. Okay, so if you would like to order the oracle decks that I've created, then these are at Amazon FBA with free shipping. Again, all of the links to decks and personal readings are in the box below. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe and give this video a like. It really helps me and the channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all on the next one. My beautiful group 2 that chose this image right here, this crystal right here, and Capricorn, Aquarius, Aries, and Scorpio. Let's see, do they miss you? If so, how do they think and feel about you at this time? So we'll start here with your oracle cards. Then we'll do your tarot. And stay with me till the end, because we will also be finding out who is your spirit animal guide for this reading and what is their message for you. Peace. Journey. Withdrawn, single, lonely, and solitary. Be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. Okay. So I feel like this person, if you have been in some sort of challenge or separation, whether it's physical, as in like you just haven't talked, or it's more like emotional, you know, where you feel distant from each other, but you're still talking. Depending on your situation, minimal or no contact. I feel like right now this person does very much miss you, but they are seeking some sort of peace in their life. Not that you have created conflict or you bring drama or chaos, but I feel like this person right now, their energy is coming through as somebody who is incredibly physically and emotionally exhausted by whatever is going on in their life. So I wouldn't be surprised. I'm getting an energy from this card as well as this card right here. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this person right now may be in a position where they are focused on their overall journey right now, and a big part of that might be gaining some sort of stability in their material world. So they might be working a lot, they might be working extra shifts, extra hours. I don't know, Spirit is giving me this energy of exhaustion from this person. Like, they might be very physically tired, they might be needing to pick up more work time to make more money. There might be certain drama going on around them in their life, either through family or exes or kids. But it seems to be that they feel like right now their journey is very difficult. Their journey feels very tiring, feels very taxing on them. And I wouldn't be surprised if they tend to feel like the only way to get this peace is to spend time on their own, is to be more withdrawn and solitary. And that might be only because after they are done with all of these things that they need to do, whether it's hard work and family responsibilities, like they just feel spent, you know. And if their energy towards you right now, group 2, feels withdrawn, it's because they are distracted by those responsibilities. They're distracted by needing to make something work. Like either it's a job, it's a business that might be failing, or a business that might be struggling. It might be for some of you, take this as it resonates, not for everybody. For some of you, it might be that they are struggling in a marriage they don't want. And so they're being very solitary and withdrawn, both from you and from the other person, if there's a third party situation here. But whatever the life situation is for this person, they are feeling very heavy and very burdened by it. Not by you, but by what they're going through. And they might, because we're also getting peace here, I feel like if this person is in some sort of third party situation, then there is definitely drama going on in that situation. Okay, whether it's a living situation, whether it's a marriage gone wrong, whether it's another relationship that they're trying to get out of, but whatever it is, that situation is also bringing drama. It's also bringing a lot of conflict. So this person right now may have withdrawn from you, but it's not withdrawn from you. It's more withdrawn from all of these parts of their life that are incredibly stressful to them and that are weighing on them very, very deeply right now. So yes, they miss you, but yes, they're also very, very tired and exhausted from being pulled in multiple directions. And that's why right now I feel like the only thing they have as they kind of come home and sit with themselves is, I should focus on the present moment. I feel like this person, when they think about the future, or when they think about having to make choices or decisions around you and this connection, it really does make them shut down. It puts them in a state of like frozen paralysis kind of state, where they're just like, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I really need to just focus on today, because if I don't, I'm going to fall apart. I'm already exhausted if I keep thinking about the future, you know, in any kind of way where I have to make big changes. It can be overwhelming. So right now I feel like if you look at this person on this card, like they're just kind of looking up, you know, looking up at the sky. It feels to them that the future is distant right now. It doesn't feel like the future is something that they can make choices, judgments, or decisions on at this time. But they might also be fantasizing about a future with you. But right now it feels more like a comforting fantasy, you know, something that makes them feel good, makes them feel better, relaxes them, or regulates their emotions or their nervous system. But I feel like in their day-to-day life, outside of this kind of dream state or fantasy state, they're very withdrawn. Okay, let's go deeper. Do they miss you? I feel like the answer to that already is yes. However, they are trying to seek comfort in being solitary. So what else do they think and feel about you, group 2? Nine of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Seven of Wands, Nine of Wands. Oh boy. Okay. Definitely have some resistance, defensiveness, but I feel like that has more to do with, again, whatever is going on in their current life. And it feels like that energy is spilling over into their connection with you. Not that it originates or like it's coming from you in the connection. No, I feel like it's spilling over into you. And unfortunately, there are ways in which you are paying the price for the conflict in this person's life. Okay, so right now it's like Nine of Cups. They know that being with you is what makes them truly and deeply happy. Okay, they feel incredibly happy with you. You make them feel like themselves. You make them feel incredibly emotionally contented. The energy you bring through your love, your support, your presence in this person's life, it makes them feel solid within themselves. Okay, it's almost like they've come to rely on or become dependent upon their attachment to you. You somehow regulate this person emotionally, and I feel like we already talked about that here. Like there's something here, and in the way they think of you, like it regulates them, it makes them feel whole, it makes them feel calm again. But I feel like, see, this Ten of Pentacles also shows that this sense of Nine of Cups, this sense of deep emotional contentment just within themselves, is not what they feel every day. Ten of Pentacles, I feel like their everyday life, the journey that we've been talking about, what they're working towards is this. You know, if they're working really hard, they have family obligations, they might have kids from a previous relationship, they might even still have a current living situation or marriage that they're in, or a relationship that they're in, and there's a lot of stress to make the finances work. You know, responsibility, financial responsibility to make sure everything is taken care of. But I feel like in this connection with you, they deeply miss the fact that they kind of have to live within this, which is very stressful. But when they're with you, they feel this. And that's the divide. You know, that's the divide. It's like the responsibilities are here, the love and peace are here. And so within that, as they miss you more, as they realize how important you are to them, Ace of Wands, central energy, it's like they know that at some point they're going to have to do things differently. They're going to have to make choices on what actions they need to take. Okay, and that's not something that is going to be negotiable. The more that time moves forward, the more they're feeling that pressure. But see, with the Seven of Wands, it's like they're trying to stand their ground. They're trying to not buckle under the pressure that makes them feel like they must act or change or do something differently. They're trying to stand their ground around the responsibilities that they have. They're trying to follow through on that, especially if it's financial responsibility to themselves or to other people. Okay, but what it's doing slowly with this Nine of Wands, it's like making them feel more and more defensive, making them feel more and more wounded, like they're the ones who have to sacrifice again and again. But I feel like to a certain extent, this person has gotten used to that. It's almost like they've built their identity around the person who sacrifices for everyone else. And even though it's painful, even though it makes them feel wounded and bad, I feel like there's still a sense of like, they get a sense of ego, pride, or a sense of nobility from it. Like, oh, because I suffer, I am noble, I am meaningful, or whatever I'm suffering through is a noble mission, or it's meaningful to me, you know? And that's what keeps them kind of bound in this situation, you know, even though you might be able to see what's reality around it, right? But this person lives in some sort of a story around that situation. That's why they try to stand their ground. They don't want to lose that identity, even if they're miserable around it. What else is going on as they miss you right now? And let's see, who is your animal spirit guide for this reading, and what is their message for you? lessons, knowledge, understanding. Look for the lesson in the situation. No. Family. See, there is something here. I'm getting summer. Okay, so see, this no is very much like that Seven of Wands energy. There's some sort of resistance that this person has. And remember I said it might be obligation to family, okay? It might be some sort of that Ten of Pentacles, that exhausting journey. It's like something is exhausting this person, but they are resistant to changing it. Okay, because like I said, there's some part of their identity or the way they look at themselves that even though they are suffering, even though they're miserable, even though they might be complaining about it, it still serves a purpose for them to say, see, look how good I am. Look how responsible I am. I'm fulfilling my duties even though it's killing me. You know, it gives them some sense of honor, some sense of respect, but they're not willing right now to learn the lesson from that. Like there's a deeper lesson here, which is this going to be used as an excuse to not take action towards you? Okay? Because you are the sun's energy in this person's life. You are the sun's energy. So you bring the light to this person's world. I do believe that their world, even if they feel justified, even if they're trying to justify staying where they're at or justify not moving forward or justify, you know, working really, really, really hard for, you know, other people, even if they're trying to justify that they are withdrawn, lonely, solitary, seeking peace, even if they're trying to justify that there's a lot of conflict here, drama, conflict, demands, even then, it's like they're having a hard time continuing to justify it because you are the only light in their life. So they are struggling to learn the lesson here, okay? Really struggling. And if this resonates with you and you want to go deeper and you'd like to know what is going on with this person, what decision will they be coming to, and when, and what could you do in this situation, then I highly recommend that you have the live reading or the video recorded reading with me. The link is in the box below so you can see my reading menu. And the Eagle Spirit is your animal spirit guide, and their message is Spirit has your back. Oh, that's really beautiful. So if you'd like to order any of the oracle decks that I've created and used in this reading, the links are also in the box below. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe and give this video a like. It really helps me and the channel. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you all on the next one. My beautiful group 3 that chose this image right here, as well as this crystal, Libra, Gemini, Sagittarius, and Taurus. So let's see. Do they miss you? What do they think and feel about you? And remember, this doesn't have to be, you know, like a complete separation. It could be that you feel emotionally disconnected right now. Maybe you're in little to no contact. Just take as it resonates for your journey. So we're going to start here with your oracle cards, and then we'll do your tarot. And stay with me till the end, because we'll also be finding out who is your animal spirit guide for this reading and what is their message for you. Attraction. Main female. Healing, releasing, purifying, and cleansing. The heart of the matter. There's more going on than meets the eye. Recognize what this is all about. Okay. Wow. Okay, so I feel like, does this person miss you? Yes, absolutely. For some of you, I feel like there is definitely some sort of a pause or a lack of communication at this time. Like this person very much wants to reach out to you, and they have been holding themselves back, maybe because of conflict that's happened. Maybe there was a disagreement. I feel like there's this, something in this person feels very, very hurt by what has happened, almost to the point of shutdown. And it's not that you did or said anything. Like, I feel like this has a lot to do with how they see themselves. So something in whatever has happened here between the two of you, whether it was a conflict, a discussion, an argument, it feels like it wasn't even that big, but they made it big because of who they feel they are inside. Like something about what happened, whether even if it was a misunderstanding or a miscommunication, it kind of hit them in the bullseye of that place where it made them feel very deeply insecure, or it made them look at themselves in a way that was deeply painful for this person. So if there's been silence right now, it's because there is more than meets the eye here. I do feel like for some of you, and again, take this as it resonates, it may not be for everybody. For some of you, I feel like you are baffled right now. You can't understand what happened, what went wrong with this person. Even if you had a disagreement, an argument, or like some sort of conflict with this person, from your point of view, it wasn't something big. It was something that would be resolved in like a day or two, okay? If you're dealing with somebody who is emotionally healthy. But I don't believe that this person that you're dealing with is in a place where they are emotionally healthy right now. And that's probably why you might be very hurt and wondering, why have we not repaired this conflict? I mean, it wasn't something huge. It was something that we could talk through, you know, like I feel like for some of you, this person has been quiet or has not spoken to you in much longer than what you would think. Like it's disproportionate, right? They might have been, or maybe they haven't spoken in 7 days. Maybe they haven't spoken in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And you're just like, wait a second, what happened here? You know, normal people just talk it through within a day or two. Like, why am I being stonewalled, or why am I being ignored, or why have you stopped talking to me for like a week or two now, or even longer? Like there's something here. There's more going on than meets the eye, okay? So you might be reeling right now thinking, what is going on? This wasn't even that big of a fight or anything, but yet I haven't heard from you. Like you've just kind of disappeared. And I think it's because this person, they need healing, okay? They need to heal something. There is some sort of issue within them. Maybe they have overreacted to this situation. And you might be wondering too, like, wow, like I didn't even say anything bad. Like, why are they overreacting so badly? And I think it's because something in them doesn't have the emotional maturity, as well as there must be something trauma within them, like that brought up trauma or insecurity or something very deep about the way they look at themselves or the way they see themselves, right? And part of that may very much have to do with whoever raised them, okay? It may have to do with, you know, divine feminines in their lives. It might have to do with mother issues. It may have to do with their relationship to the divine feminine as well. So there seems to be something here where it's like you feel that whatever happened here is not as big as what this person is making it out to be. But the reason why it seems like that is because there's more to it. And it might have to do with something you don't know, something that they want to tell you. Maybe there's trauma from their past that they haven't told you, that they haven't healed from. But something has pierced this person deeply. And even though they feel like they miss you deeply, they're incredibly attracted to you, wanting to reach out to you, they might be struggling through that healing part. They might be struggling through the, I don't know how to be vulnerable. I don't know how to talk about this. Whatever happened made me feel something very deep. It made me feel, you know, it brought out something in me that I wasn't willing to deal with, something in me that's very painful. right? There's something going on here that you are not seeing, but it has to do with their own trauma. It doesn't have to do with, you or what you said. You or what you said or what might have happened may have just been the trigger for this, but it's not the real reason. Okay, what else are they thinking and feeling as they are missing you? Seven of Pentacles. Six of Swords. Four of Cups. Nine of Wands. Ten of Wands. Okay, yeah. This person is feeling a lot of pressure. This person is feeling very burdened by a lot that's going on in their life. This Four of Cups energy shows us, see, that to me, this is a confirmation of something happened where this person has overreacted, okay? Whatever has happened between you and this person, they are making it out to be much bigger than what it appeared to be. And it has pushed them into some sort of emotional shutdown. They're going through a very hard time right now. They are missing you a lot, but they're also a bit of a victim as well. Okay, there's a part of them right now that doesn't want to take responsibility for their own shutdown. Nine of Wands. They're playing a bit of the victim card right here. They're acting defensive. They're like hiding behind these nine wands, kind of like hiding themselves because they feel like if they came forward or they talked to you, they would have to admit a lot of things that they're not yet ready to admit. Okay, but the pressure is on. Ten of Wands. They're feeling a tremendous amount of pressure from the absence of you. Okay, if you have been absent from this person's life, maybe you decided that if they're going to overreact, you're just going to let them. You are not going to pursue it. You're not going to reach out to them. You're not going to try to soothe them. You're not going to try to be understanding anymore. You've already done enough of that. Now you're just going to leave them to their own devices. Like leave them to let them figure it out for themselves. If they've misbehaved, if they've ignored, if they've disappeared, I feel like many of you have said, let them. Let them. You tried your best. That is why they're starting to feel this Ten of Wands. There's a pressure on them that they are starting to feel. The more you have kept to yourself, the more you have just let them handle this, the more you have not rushed in to make them feel better, the more this pressure of Ten of Wands they are feeling. Even if they're trying to hold on to this, I'm the victim, I'm the one who's hurt, I'm the one who's triggered right now. Even though this is there, the pressure is building because they are so emotionally trying to suppress, trying to repress, trying to shut it down. They might even be trying to emotionally numb themselves, you know, where it's like they're trying to compartmentalize. They might be trying to right now not think of you or not think about what happened by, you know, working more, their routines, like trying to like numb themselves out emotionally, because if they were to allow themselves to feel the pain would be very significant. Okay, why? Because they are afraid and they know that if they keep waiting to reach out, especially because if you have said, you know, I'm not going to reach out to them first, I'm just going to let it be, they're very afraid deep down that Six of Swords, you're going to move forward without them. Like you're eventually just going to say, you know what, I tried, I did everything I could, but you just made it so difficult. You kept the distance between us instead of coming towards me. So I feel like this person is aware that they must come towards you. You are no longer going to come towards them because you've already done that. You've done enough of it. They're starting to realize as they miss you deeply, that the next move must be theirs, you know? And otherwise they might lose you completely. You might just, you know, float away from them. And Seven of Pentacles, it's like they want this to work. There's a big part of them that actually wants this relationship, and even though it doesn't seem like it from their current behavior, okay? So right now it seems very opposite, like their behavior seems very opposite from what they want. But the problem, the reason why it seems like that is because of this healing. There's something here that needs to be healed, that they are not doing what needs to be done to do that. There's something more that is needing to be resolved here. Let's see, what else are they thinking and feeling as they are missing you right now? And who is your animal spirit guide for this reading, and what is their message for group 3? Alone. See, abandoned, lonely, lost. They feel very alone without you right now. Winter. See, frozen. Frozen energy. Paralysis. Processing energy. They're frozen and processing right now. Looking for the path, but it feels hidden. Okay. So yeah, this person, they are definitely missing you. Okay. They feel very, very alone without you. Okay. And what's interesting here is that if you have been very kind, compassionate, loving, caring to this person, and they're used to doing the repair, like they're used to them pouting, them throwing a tantrum, them withdrawing, and you coming to them and repairing things and making it better, and you being the mature one, you being the one who puts in the effort, you being the one who is there for them. If you have stopped doing that or are considering not doing that anymore, it's making them, or will make them, feel even more alone. Because if they've come to count on you always stepping up, and now you've decided no more, they're feeling like they're the ones who've been abandoned, even though they need to step up. It's an interesting energy. And right now, for all these reasons, and this Four of Cups, these two are just a confirmation of that Four of Cups, that they feel frozen. They feel emotionally shut down right now, or they are numbing and emotionally shutting themselves down. They're freezing themselves, and they're going through a stage of processing. Okay, the journal energy is a stage of processing. They're thinking, feeling, missing, longing, probably replaying any kind of argument or discussion you had. Maybe they're rereading text messages that were exchanged, right? They're going through it over and over again, trying to kind of make sense of their feelings, what's going on, why they were triggered, or why they behaved the way they behaved. It's a constant loop. I feel like they are in a constant loop right now of missing you, feeling alone, but still having that ego and that pride, and then processing through all of that. And I wouldn't be surprised if this person is a slower processor, like they don't process things as quickly as you might want. And that's why it feels, see, this card, detour, slow down. Okay, go in a new direction. So it may seem like they're on some sort of emotional detour right now. They've slowed things down. They're trying to find a path. They're processing. So it's a very kind of suspended energy. Okay, so if this resonates and you want to go deeper on, you know, when your person will actually make a move, how long will they continue to process, what are they processing, where is this going, and what you can do, then I highly recommend that you do the live reading or the video recorded reading with me. If you look in the box below, you'll see the link to my menu so you can choose which reading works for you. So the Wolf Spirit, Group 3, is your animal spirit guide for this reading, and their message for you is turn knowledge into wisdom. Turn knowledge into wisdom. So if you'd like to order any of the oracle decks that I've created, you can see the link below. They're at Amazon FBA with free shipping. Everything is in the box below. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe, give this video a like. It really helps me and the channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you all on the next one.